Hi there, it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you for joining me again today for another Top Tip Tuesday. So, it's been a while since I've done this, but I thought it would be worth a revisit, not least of all because people keep asking me this question. Having said that, when I went rummaging, I can't find one of the things that I'm going to be talking about. And it's really frustrating because I'm pretty convinced that I've got some. But there we go. Anywho, so what are we talking about today? We are talking about adhesives. The best news that I have had for a long while is that the multi-purpose liquid adhesive is back in stock if you're in Europe. Multi-purpose liquid adhesive. There's a new item code which I have got both listed below and over on my website, which you can find the link to below. And if you're in Europe, you can only order 3 of the adhesives in any one order. If you want more than 3, you'll have to place more than one order. But what we have been assured is that by, in the next 6 months, there will be about 2 years' supply of multi-purpose liquid adhesive delivered into our European warehouse. So there's no need to rush, and 3 should be enough for anyone for a very long time because it goes a very long way. So let's start with liquid adhesive, which of course I've just thrown down. So multi-purpose, whoops, didn't stick my new sheet down. Multi-purpose liquid adhesive. This is fantastic for all sorts of things. Obviously, cardstock and paper, brilliant for that. Also for small adhesives, you'll have seen me use it for sequins and those sorts of things, brilliant for that. My suggestion is that you put a little dab and then leave it to dry for a while. I mean, not a long time, but don't go straight in. And pick up any sequins or anything like that with the end of your take your pick tool, and then when you attach to your liquid adhesive, it will be tacky. The adhesive will be tacky, so it will transfer really easily. So that's another one. We've also got larger embellishments can be stuck with that. So things like, I'm trying to find, well, things like our Magnolia Lane cork adhesive cork pieces, that would work well with that, although you can use other things for that, which we will come on to. But those sorts of things, so larger embellishments as well. Glitter, obviously. I say obviously, I've been using a lot of glitter in the lead up to Christmas, and assuming it's still in stock, I would include the ice glitter for that as well. But ordinary dazzling diamonds, fantastic for that, because it dries clear as much as anything. So glitter, any 3D objects and accents, brilliant for that as well, and also detailed die cuts. Now I tend, for detailed die cuts, to use a glue sponge, which is just one of our standard stamping sponges, cut into either a 1/6 or a 1/4, and then I just attach a little thing that says glues, just in case I don't realise, and I keep it in a little pot. And you can spread it over one of our silicone mats, and then just come in with your sponge, pick up the adhesive and dab it on the back of your die cut. So really easy to get just the right amount of adhesive on the back of your die cut. So that is multi-purpose liquid adhesive. So the next one I'm going to talk about is the fine tip glue pen, so called because it has a fine tip. So this is the tip. For me, the hardest thing is to put it back in again because my eyesight is not what it was. Oh, that actually worked. I tend to keep my multi-purpose and my fine tip glue upside down, because then there's less likelihood that it will clog up, and there's also less likelihood of air bubbles. But this is great for all sorts of things. Small embellishments, yes, absolutely, although my preferred would be the multi-purpose. Glitter, again, fantastic for that, and again it dries clear. and also detailed die cuts. The other thing this is great for is to create little accents. So the card I made on Saturday, let me grab it. That's the one. So my hashtag Elfie card, I put fine tip glue as an accent on the bell, on his hat and on his shoes, and it dries clear like an enamel finish, so great for that as well. So don't think of this as only being an adhesive, it is also great for accents in its own right. Next I'm going to talk about the foam adhesive strips that I don't seem to have any of, so they'll be going on my next order. And remember that at 11 o'clock tonight UK time, or at least a minute past 11 o'clock UK time, and midnight European time, it's free postage for 24 hours. So any of those annoying little things that you forgot to order and you don't want to order because it's going to cost too much because of the postage, now's the moment to order them. So don't forget, and I will be ordering some foam adhesive strips. They are best for things like shaker cards because they give you the dimension, so great for things like that. But you can use them on cardstock paper. Probably that's all I would use them for, but really, window sheet, great for window sheet as well. So that's the sort of thing I'd use those for. Glue dots, mini glue dots. You get, how many do you get in a roll? 300 on a roll. And I tend to tie a piece of ribbon or baker's twine round my roll just so that it doesn't unroll all of its own volition. So you can see this roll's nearly at the end. So I just tie a piece of, as I say, baker's twine or ribbon around reasonably tightly to begin with, and then just peel back as I need my mini glue dots. So those are great for, yes, cardstock and paper. I used them for the calendars that I was making as, ooh, that's let the cat out of the bag. Something I am making for my customers, for those who shopped with me in November. You will be getting something. Kind of let the cat out of the bag, but there we go. So cardstock, paper, small embellishments. Again, things like the Magnolia Lane cork embellishments, and also the bird ballad trinkets. I'm trying to find them. Here we go. Oh, they're on my magnetic board. So bird ballad trinkets, great for that. So just pop a glue dot on the back. Sail away trinkets, all those sorts of things. So anything that's, oh, it's ringing. Anything that's sort of heavy-ish, great for that. And also the larger embellishments. So perfect for all of those. What else could you use those for? Ribbon. If you want to just attach the ends of the ribbon, having wrapped it round a piece of cardstock, great for that too. And die cuts. If you've got die cuts that have got areas that are large enough to take the small dot, brilliant for that too. So that's glue dots. We've spoken about liquid adhesive. Snail adhesive. Now, Snail adhesive is one of my go-to adhesives. You can get either the full adhesive with the case. The case on its own looks like that. So you can either get it with the adhesive in it, or you can just get the refill. So all you do is literally put them together. In fact, why don't I put one together and show you how to do it? So just undo the packet, take out this piece of yellow card and just clip, oops, clip that together, and this is what keeps the glue from getting fluffy while you're not using it. So really easy to change to refill. all I would say with Snail, I do use Snail quite a lot. I use it quite a lot on Whisper White cardstock, which sometimes shows through with the multi-purpose liquid adhesive. I use it for Designer Series paper quite a lot. One thing to bear in mind is if you live in a humid climate, it may not be as permanent as you would like it to be. So multi-purpose liquid adhesive may be a better bet for you. But I love it. It's quick, it's clean, fantastic. You can use it for embellishments. You can use it on the back of ribbon to make sticky ribbon. Just run it down your ribbon. Fantastic for that. So a really good workhorse adhesive. So that is Snail. Stamping dimensionals, we've got lots of those now. So the classic stamping dimensionals are these ones, and you get 300 in a packet. The next one we then got was the mini dimensionals, which you get 720 in a packet. And the latest ones, which are carrying over, are the black dimensionals, which come as a mixed pack. You get 2 sheets of the larger size and 2 sheets of the smaller size. So for darker cardstock, not just black, I would use it on something like early espresso, probably cherry cobbler, nice of navy, those sorts of things where you don't want to see a flash of white behind the cardstock. So those are dimensionals. You can use them on cards, you can use them on embellishments, you can use them for ribbon, all sorts of things like that. And then the final thing is good old tear and tape, so called because you can tear it. If you struggle with tearing it, then I would suggest a sharp-edged ribbon, or I say sharp-edged, something like this, or a credit card, and then you can just pull against it. But what do I mean by that? I mean, ooh, I've got a piece of tear and tape stuck to my fingers now. So let me just cut a piece off that and cut it in half. So if I wanted to stick this to this, I can pop it down and tear it, or I can pop it down and tear it. So sometimes it's just easier to have a sharp edge or a straight edge. What I would then do is burnish that down so that you know it's properly stuck, which also means it's easier to then get underneath the paper and pull that back to reveal your tear and tape. If you don't burnish it, sometimes you can pull the tear and tape up when you pull the ribbon up, when you pull the paper up, and then you just pop the 2 bits down and you are well and truly stuck. And I mean well and truly stuck. Now if I'm making a box, I would again rub those together, and then I mean that's pretty stuck. So a nice strong adhesive. So for really, you know, large bits of construction, tear and tape is fantastic. So there you go. That is my guide to adhesives. I will have a chart on my website showing what they can all be used for. But I hope you found that helpful. I think sometimes we assume that everybody knows what everything's for. And I think sometimes it's just nice to go back and have another look at how you can use things. If you've got any more suggestions as to what you can use each of these adhesives for, please add them in the description bar below so that we can all learn your great tips. You can leave comments below. If you found this helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. Do remember I do Top Tip Tuesday most Tuesdays. Not every single Tuesday, but definitely most Tuesdays I do a top tip. So if you would like to catch up on those, then it's probably best to subscribe. As I say, I've listed all of the adhesives below in the description bar with a link to my online store. Remember, tomorrow there is free postage, so a great time to stock up on adhesives because all you'll be paying for is the adhesive. Now, make it clear, Liz, make it clear. You only get free postage if you have an order that is £35 or more. So if you want all of the adhesives and you haven't given them a go yet, now might be the time. But as I say, also great if you've forgotten a pack of cardstock, you want a last pack of Designer Series paper for your Christmas card makes. Great time to just get a nice little order together, and have free postage. So thank you very much indeed for watching. Questions, comments, please below. There will be the chart over on my website, and that is linked below, and it will take you straight to this post. So yeah, thank you very much indeed for watching, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye!